Hello, I'm going to do the daily energy for today. And this is for the collective, so this is for anyone who feels drawn to hear this message. It's also a timeless reading, so for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for more messages. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we're going to get a crystal card. We're going to get some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an animal oracle. So our crystal that came out for today is blue spinel. Persistence, fresh perspective, revival. Revive to keep alive. Blue spinel brings new energy to stagnant parts of your life, from inside your body to the world outside. The name of the stone comes from the Latin word for spine, and blue spinel will give you a strong backbone, sense of self, and reason to stand tall despite any challenges you may face. This is a great crystal for workaholics as it eases stress and anxiety and instills a renewed sense of resolution. You can make it to the end if you put your mind to it. Blue spinel provides that fresh perspective to reset and rejuice. Gemini, Pluto. To reset. Feel renewed. King of Swords. Hangman. King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Lovers, the World, and Six of Cups for overall energy. All right, so for overall energy, we have Six of Cups. So that could be that somebody from your past that you had a positive relationship could be coming back into your life, reconnecting with you. It could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a family member that maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. That maybe, the two of you reconnect. It also could be that lightness, that happiness, that childhood energy, like feeling like a kid again, having fun, just enjoying things, being happy. So for current energies, we have the King of Swords, the Hangman, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. I almost feel like with this Hangman there, I was kind of feeling that energy that it's somebody that, again, that could be coming back into your life. But it's like looking at things from a different perspective, looking at this relationship differently, like seeing how you've grown, seeing how they've grown, looking at the work that they put in, you put in, to see if they're the same, to see if they've changed, to see if there's a new perspective on this relationship. And sometimes when you take time apart from somebody, you have time to process things, if you weren't together. This is not a toxic relationship that I feel that's coming back in. It may just be something that maybe you kind of had a falling out, or you just kind of lost connection, you lost touch, like it wasn't anything really bad, it wasn't something horrific. It was just kind of like you just kind of grew apart. Sometimes that happens within friendships or relationships. You just kind of grow apart and you're just kind of not on that same page, but it might be somebody that you still want to connect with. But I feel like there's a different perspective here within this relationship. It also could be that maybe you're looking at, like I said, getting back into that lighthearted energy, back into that fun. Maybe things have been kind of serious, because I feel like this King of Swords is kind of serious here, right? So maybe it's been kind of serious energy, and you're like, you know what, I've been in this serious energy too much. I've been thinking, I've been kind of in this, maybe, working all the time, or stressing about things, or overanalyzing things. And now you're like, wait a minute, let me look at things from a different point of view. And the King of Pentacles is someone who looks at things lighter, like easier, calmer. And maybe it's just you about looking at things from a lighthearted energy, a lighthearted perspective, and that this is something that maybe you have to work on. For future energies, we have Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Lovers, and the World. So definitely positive energy here, some exciting stuff coming in. So it could be about looking at your relationship from a lighthearted, a new perspective, like maybe it is looking at your relationship. Maybe this could represent a relationship that you've been in for a really long time and things have gotten kind of heavy, kind of serious, kind of stagnant. And now you're like, well, you know, let's lighten things up. Let's change things up. I want things to become more fun. I want things to have a stronger connection. Are there some things that you need to work on, that you need to do? There are some burdens that you have that you can maybe have that lifted so that the two of you can have a stronger connection, so that it feels lighter and you're in this world energy, right? Fresh perspective, like with our crystal card here. It's a fresh perspective and revival, right? A fresh perspective, and that's could be with this relationship. Either it's a relationship where it's returning, somebody comes back into your life and looking at it from a fresh perspective, or it could be a fresh perspective on a current relationship where you're like, yeah, let's get back to dating. Let's get back to the way that we were. You know, obviously people change over time, but back to that. Maybe the two of you used to do things. Maybe you used to like to play golf, or you used to like to go to the ocean, or go for boat rides, or go for bike rides, or you know, there's something that you really enjoyed doing together that you kind of got away from. So now it's time to take that action to get back to those things that you like to do. All right, not feeling like, I just feel like the Seven of Swords represents that heaviness. Like, what are those things that you like to do? Maybe those are things that like you were doing by yourself, but you're like, hey, let me have my partner join in with me so that you can share it with me. Empress is that growth and that evolution, and that it could be that, I just had a thought that maybe this is that you were secretly thinking about this person, you know, or you had been thinking about this person from a while ago, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, you know, maybe I'm going to take some action. I'm going to reach out to that person and see how they're doing. I feel like whatever this process is, whether it's within a relationship or a relationship that comes back, or it's even just a new perspective of being more lighthearted within yourself and enjoying things more yourself. Maybe you're just working a lot and you're just always kind of in this heavy energy, but you're like, you know what? I used to like to play golf. So now I'm going to make that time for myself to do something that I really like to do. And I feel like that helps you to grow, that helps you to evolve, right? And it's rewarding when you do those things for yourself. You know, maybe it's like, oh, well, I used to, you know, haven't gotten a manicure or a pedicure in a while. Like I used to really like to, or I haven't gotten a massage. Ooh, I haven't gotten a massage. And you like to do that, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to that. Because that really made me happy. That really made me feel good. Or maybe it's even, hey, I haven't checked on my friend that I used to always check in on. Maybe I'm going to check in on them and see how they're doing, right? And it's so rewarding when you do those things that pamper yourself and make yourself feel good and put yourself into that energy. Or it's, you know, rewarding to work on that relationship and have that lighthearted, you know, kind of that date night and that kind of energy around you. And that makes you feel good. That makes you feel like you're in that 10 of Cups. What makes you feel like you are in that 10 of Cups energy? What are those things that you need to release and let go of, okay? What are those things that you have to move past within your relationship? What are those things that you're feeling inside? Do you feel that strong connection to this person, to a person, and you're like, I really want to make these things better? Yeah, getting past this. I feel like whatever this is that you are struggling with, whatever this is that you are dealing with, I feel like you kind of see it from a different perspective, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to get to it. I'm ready to take action. I'm ready to go from this overthinking, anxiety, and stress to this calmness. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's very calm, and you know, he doesn't let things bother him. Maybe you are letting a lot of things get under your skin, right? You're like, oh, everything is irritating me. And the Six of Cups is being more lighthearted. Pick your battles, letting things go, because maybe you were holding on to everything before. Maybe you're holding on to too many things, right? Maybe you're holding on to too many things. It's like, why are you holding on to all of those things? Why are you putting all those wands on your back? Is that something that you really need to be holding on to? Is that really something that you need to be dealing with, right? And then we have the Hanging Man and the Wheel. Change. Change wants to come in for you. Change is giving you those signals and those signs, right? You know, to have that backbone to make those changes, that fresh perspective, because that's what I was thinking of when it was saying the fresh perspective, and I feel like that represented the Hangman, and I'm so, you know, happy that the Hangman came out twice, because the Hangman is about taking that step back and looking at things from a fresh perspective. All right, having that change. The wheel is change. What goes up comes down, but what goes down comes up. It's change, and it's not letting the down parts affect you as much and staying in that energy as much as it used to, so that you're more in the up parts, the positive parts, the rewarding parts. If you're struggling and you're having a bad day and you're feeling frustrated, you know, what are those things, what are those tools that you can use to bring yourself up? It's like, oh, I'm having a really bad day. You know what? I'm just going to go get a massage, and I'm just going to see all of that negative energy as I'm closing my eyes and I'm getting that massage, and I'm just seeing it all go away. Maybe it's taking a yoga class, you know, maybe it's doing that, and seeing all that negative energy, just looking within and just seeing it melt away, seeing it disappear. And if it's working on that relationship, seeing that negativity disappear. All right. New perspective on your situation, which I feel brings a lot of growth. All right, so let's close out with an animal oracle card. Swan Spirit, very pretty. Time for a deep dive. Yeah, looking at those things, that deep dive to a fresh perspective. If you're feeling like heavy and anxious and overwhelmed, and what are those things, stepping back and taking a look at it, that can be changed, that you can do to change things up, to have that fresh perspective and that revival. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.